I'm Joseph. You might know me as the guy with the fancy coat, but let me tell you, there's a lot more to my story than just some colorful threads. It all started in a place called Canaan, a long, long time ago. Come on, guys, let's see who can climb that big oak tree first. Picture rolling hills dotted with fluffy sheep, and me, just a kid with wild curly hair and even wilder dreams. That's me, always full of energy. But you see, I was also my father's favorite. And well, that didn't sit too well with my brothers.
Joseph, my son, come here.
That's my father, Jacob. He always looked at me with such pride in his eyes. It made me feel special, but it also set me apart.
Look how Joseph shines with God's light. His journey will be extraordinary, I can feel it.
One day, as we were tending the flocks, I noticed something that changed everything. Hey, look! That little lamb is stuck in the thorny bush.
Joseph, I have something for you. A gift to show how proud I am of the man you're becoming.
A gift for me?
This coat of many colors, may it remind you of the bright future that lies ahead of you.
As I put on that coat, something magical happened. The colors seemed to swirl and dance, showing me glimpses of, well, I wasn't sure what, but it felt important. It's beautiful, Father. Thank you. I was so caught up in the wonder of it all, I didn't notice the dark looks my brothers were giving me. Their eyes flickered with jealousy, like storm clouds gathering on the horizon. But those looks, they were just the beginning of a story that would change my life forever. So, remember that coat I mentioned? Well, it wasn't just pretty to look at. It did something to me. Started these dreams, you see. Wild, crazy dreams that felt so real. Father, brothers, I had the most amazing dream last night.
Oh, great. Another one of Joseph's special dreams.
We were all binding sheaves in the field, and suddenly my sheaf rose and stood upright, while your sheaves gathered around and bowed down to mine.
What? Are you saying you'll rule over us?
Joseph, my son, these dreams, they might mean something important, but be careful how you share them.
I didn't understand why they were so upset. It was just a dream, wasn't it? This time the sun, moon, and 11 stars were bowing down to me.
Even me, my son, this is extraordinary.
As I spoke, the world around me seemed to shift. The stars swirled, the moon glowed, and for a moment, everything bowed to me. It was beautiful, until I saw the storm clouds gathering in my brother's eyes. Hey, watch this!
We need to do something about Joseph. This has gone too far.
One day, my brothers asked me to check on the flocks with them. I was so happy, I thought they finally wanted to include me. Hey everyone, how are the sheep do?
Get him.
What? No, stop, please! They grabbed me, tearing at my beautiful coat. The colors seemed to bleed into the air around us as they threw me into a pit. As I fell into the darkness, I could see my coat, torn and fading, like all my dreams crumbling around me. Well, you'd think being thrown into a pit would be the worst of it, right? But life had other plans for me. Much bigger plans.
This one's young and strong. He'll fetch a good price in Egypt.
Egypt. It sounded so exotic, so exciting. But let me tell you, the reality was, well, it was something else entirely. Everything changed so fast. One moment I was a favored son, the next, I was nothing but property.
You there, new slave. Tend to my gardens.
That's Potiphar. He bought me. But you know what? I decided right then and there that no matter what happened, I wouldn't let my circumstances define me. For a while, things looked up. I worked hard and Potiphar noticed. But then,
Joseph.
I did the right thing, but ended up in the wrong place. Prison. Talk about a dark night of the soul. I lost track of time in that place. Days, months, years, they all blurred together. Remember who you are, Joseph. Remember God's plan. In that moment, I felt like I'd lost everything. My family, my freedom, my dreams. But then I remembered my father's words. God has a plan for you, Joseph. And you know what? Even in the darkest place, I chose to believe, to hope, because sometimes that's all you have left, and sometimes that's enough.
You there. The Pharaoh needs a dream interpreted. You're coming with me.
So, there I was standing before Pharaoh himself. Talk about a career change, right? From the pit to the palace in one dream interpretation.
I'm told you can interpret dreams. Is this true?
It is not I, but God who will give Pharaoh the answer he seeks. "7 years of plenty, 7 years of famine. just as God had shown me. And wouldn't you know it, who should show up looking for help but
My lord, we've come from Canaan seeking grain.
my brothers, right there not recognizing me, bowing just like in my dreams all those years ago. I am Joseph, your brother, whom you sold into Egypt. Do not be distressed or angry with yourselves for selling me here, because it was to save lives that God sent me ahead of you. And just like that, the coat of many colors I thought I'd lost forever, it was there again. Not on my shoulders, but around all of us, binding us together.
My son, my Joseph, you're alive.
You know, that coat of many colors? It wasn't just a piece of clothing, it was a promise, a glimpse of the amazing plan God had for me, and let me tell you, it was more colorful and beautiful than I could have ever dreamed. And to think, it all started with a kid with wild, curly hair and even wilder dreams. Turns out, those dreams were just the beginning of the most colorful journey of all.